Pop Squat. Coming at you. Well, this is interesting. I just read a little bit about this song. This was a song that Ivan sent me some money for to react to from Lil B. I've actually been wanting to get back to Lil B because you guys have had some awesome stuff to say about him, and I am very curious to hear more by him. Sounds like he was just super influential, and there's some people that don't care for him, and who cares? There's some people who don't like the Beatles, and some people don't like whatever, anybody. Doesn't matter. This song is called The Age of Information. Looks like the video itself was directed by Lil B, which is kind of cool. On the Genius page over here, first off, this song is off of the album The Information Age. I'm sorry, the song is The Information Age. It is track number 74 on the Complete MySpace collection. Oh, remember when MySpace mattered? Some of you probably don't. Lil B's fanbase is internet-centric. At least this is the claim when this particular thing was posted. The song is from 2010. Who better, then, to write a song about the information age? This track is so raw, it is, no joke, taught at UC Berkeley. I don't know what that means. It must be in some class or something, but it tells me that somebody recognized this as being a particularly worthwhile song to talk about in a college level course, which is pretty cool. Sounds like the beat is taken from The Grand Staircase by Port Blue, and the song itself, oh my god, how many songs are on there? 100 songs on this one album. West Coast rap is what this is considered. So let's jump in here. It is 4 minutes 56 seconds long, and I've got lyrics over on the page on that screen. Let's do this. Oh, maybe a little loud.
Everything is now on the internet.
Even more now.
Lil B. The age of information, I grew up but never blew up. I'm knowing one day I'll be the big dog, Columbia, cocaine, white, with lavish women surrounding me and my carriage. Only time I call a chick now is Bloody Mary. It's in the mirror, I'm feeling like I'm a champion, looking like I'm a mannequin. Cannabis residue is on my seat for breaking down again. I'm on computers, profusely searching on the internet for answers given to me. It's like I'm married, I'm watching the blog is heavily, TV is ran by money. How am I supposed to be? The truth is near me, I'm hearing it and I can feel it. But are we dumbing down for technology and the cost of living? I just forget it, continually smoking.
Wow. So, interesting. I'm on computers profusely searching on the internet for answers given to me. So, yeah, I do that all the time, right? Look for more information. Find out more information. We've got these awesome phones at our disposal now, most of us. And all of human knowledge is accessible here. And yet we're in this time period where there are people who don't understand what facts are and what truth is, and yet we have all of this knowledge at our fingertips. And yes, there are people on the internet who spread misinformation, and you have to figure out not to listen to those people. And you certainly shouldn't base your life off of what those people say, because that makes you an insane person. This is quite a few years ahead of its time in terms of the stuff he's talking about. Let's see what else he says here. TV ran by money. How am I supposed to be? The truth is near me. I can hear it and I can feel it. But we are dumbing down for technology and the cost of living. Are we dumbing down? Yeah, people dumb down a whole lot because they just couldn't handle the influx of information. And so instead of trying to learn more, they just turn off and go, nope, that can't be real. I'm not going to deal with it. It's like, the mother of the Bluth family. I don't understand the question and I won't respond to it. Like, good way to go through life.
I'm on computers profusely, searching on the internet for answers given to me. It's like I'm married, I'm watching the bloggers heavily. TV is ran by money. How am I supposed to be? The truth is near me, I'm hearing it and I can feel it. But are we dumbing down for technology and the cost of living? I just forget it, continually smoking heavily, thinking about the melody, thinking of what's ahead of me. We coming further than ever to live in space, but somebody got the weapons that's controlling the human race. The age of information. The age of information. Everything's on the internet now. The age of information. This is the age of information. The age of information. Data.
I love that. It's very cool.
Ancient information. Ancient information. Ancient information. The ancient information. Yes. My desktop is made to sedate me. Thinking logically on my laptop for hours, like I'm in college, be honestly asking Google about things that I should learn about. Can't even get lost in the Navi inside, cell phone overtaken. Got a car, so never walking. They took away places where it's only the forest. I'm jogging in peace, I got my iPod slapping these beats. I'm on a mission to find peace and precision. The cost of living is taxes and jail time without time to find your passion. I'm asking the older people how you make it to your status. They laughing cause they see reflection while I'm asking questions, and the best gift is to listen. Learn math to count your blessings. Used to catch a bus on AC Transit.
So one of the things I want to point out here, he said, I'm asking the older people how you make it to your status. It won't work. You can ask them, and it won't work anymore. The people who have gotten to the point of success, it won't work the same for you. It just won't. The systems are not the same. They've altered them so that they close the doors behind them. The generation of people who are 50-ish to 70, they have locked it in. They're the ones who have everything, 70, 80, that sort of thing. They don't want the rest of us to get to where they are, because it would mean that they have to give something up, and they're not going to do that until they die, and that's not going to happen then, because then it's going to go to their family members. So the generational wealth is just going to get better and better for them and worse for the rest of us, and that's just how it's going to be. So, I mean, really give up on the idea of working yourself into being successful. The chances of that happening are so slim these days that you have to be either incredibly talented and have that recognized, or incredibly lucky. And that's the only way that you're going to get there. And I'm willing to be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I really don't think the system is built for the majority of us to succeed anymore. The system exists to keep the majority of us working at a pace that we can't not work, otherwise we'll be homeless. And so we have almost no power unless we all decide, fuck you, we're all walking out at once. Your economy doesn't work unless we participate, and we need more in order to participate, because right now nobody's got anything. And there you go. See, my broken lamp agrees. Yeah, so it's great that he's asking older people, like, how did you get there? How did you manage to succeed? But it doesn't, those rules won't work anymore. Those actions won't work anymore. If the answer is just, oh, work hard? Yeah, I worked hard my entire life and I've got shit. And I was raised to believe that, no, you could actually get somewhere. Nope. Companies don't do that anymore. They don't even give out watches for working someplace for 50 years. Why? Because nobody works anywhere for 50 years anymore. It doesn't happen. Because it's impossible unless you're one of the super successful people. Everybody else has to move around because that's the only option they have in order to get raises and to get ahead. There's no reward for being loyal to a company, and you should never be loyal to a company unless they're loyal to you. They owe you nothing other than what they pay you for, or what you what you are paid for, and you don't owe them anything more than that either. This whole conversation recently about soft quitting is absolute bullshit. What you're doing is living up to your end of the bargain and nothing more. That's absolutely what you should do. They're not paying you around the clock. They're paying you for X number of hours a week. And if they think they get more than that, they're fooling themselves. This is just crazy thinking. That's old thinking from the company's perspective, and they no longer behave like they did at the time where they were good to their employees and that they viewed their employees as valuable. Now they view their employees as completely replaceable cogs. In some cases, they aren't even employees. They're contract workers, like what I do. It doesn't matter. I can get fired tomorrow and I have absolutely no recourse. I have nobody to complain to. I have nobody to go to. I have nothing. And that's just how it is. Same thing with in any state that's an at-will state. They will fire you tomorrow. And yet they expect you to give them 2 weeks notice? Fuck you. Like, no, that's not how it works. Like, oh gosh, it's too bad that me leaving inconveniences you, but that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Yeah, there you go. Just like if I were to get fired. They can do it tomorrow. They can do it right now. And that's just how it is. And we have no recourse. None whatsoever. Don't rely on a company to treat you well. Because if they need you to be gone, you will be gone without a second's hesitation.
Dark nights look like 2020 lens, out of focus, waiting outside of stores. Asking orders to buy switches and they come back with 50 cents. Now I'm buying liquor, MySpace, Facebook and Twitter. YouTube off the show portal off to the average human being. I'm watching people in Japan making G's from overseas, chat roulette. I used to be on the corner where it's drug roulette, so pick. Obviously, the information like art, it hurt the race. Because we judge before we classify. It's like a case, human races fail. Even though we in space, we still hate ourselves. Age of information is hell.
No, I completely disagree with him there. The age of information is not hell. So he says, I used to be on the corner where it's drug roulette, so pick, obviously, the information like art. It hurt the race. No, it did not. No, what hurts the race is the fact that people lie about information, that they get wrong information, that they believe wrong information, that they propagate wrong information, because information is what we base our reality on, and I've talked about this in other videos. The information age is the chance for us to have a new renaissance, basically, because information has been democratized to the point, and I don't mean like Democrats and Republicans, I mean democratized as in made available to most people in the world on an even playing field. And information is the most powerful thing you have in your arsenal. If you're able to collect enough information, you will be smarter and better than anyone else around you. I shouldn't say better. You will be better off than anyone else around you because you know why things are the way they are. You will find pieces of information and be able to connect this thing and that thing, this thing, that thing, and see how everything is connected in a web that is intrinsically linked to each other. Things do not happen in a vacuum. Everything happens for a reason, and something that happens over there can influence something that happens over there. And you don't know that unless you have that information that connects those two things. And no, information is not turning things into hell. People turn things into hell by manipulating information and turning it into stuff that is misleading, misguided, or just bad. And there you go. That's the information age is a fantastic time to be alive. We just need correct information, and we need people to have the reasoning ability and the critical thinking ability to be able to tell what is real and what they just want to hope and think is real, because that's the damaging part.
When I said information has race. This age of information has hurt the race. And you know why? Because all we do is judge. All the movies, all the internet, everything that we watch, all we do is classify people. So we don't gotta go outside and meet people anymore because we already have prejudgment. How I feel the internet is ruining the human race. Even though, you know, we can fly and call.
But that's not true. I mean, people do judge. People always judge. This is nothing new. Like, that is not a new thing in the information age. What he's talking about is he obviously encountered too many people who just said, now that I have access to the internet, I don't have to go out and deal with people. I can just find the information I need, judge them for who or what they are or what they've said, and not actually learn more about them and their situation. And that is absolutely the wrong way to go about it. We have the opportunity with the internet to be able to find out practically anything, and it's laziness that makes people not go find the information, and it's laziness that makes people prejudge something and then never change their opinion again. That's just, well, and that's flat out willful ignorance, right? If you have information available to you and it's factual and real and true and you can verify that and you don't change your mind, I don't want to know you. I just flat out don't, because that's a ridiculous thing to think and a ridiculous way to think about things. And I'm not saying he thinks that. He's talking about how people have done this, and that's the filter he's writing this song through, is having to have dealt with those people.
How I feel the internet is ruining the human race. Even though, you know, we can fly and cars and technology has gotten better, I still feel the human race has not progressed as much as we should be. How come the human race isn't progressing as fast as technology has? Yeah.
That's an easy one to answer, because everybody has to push the envelope and make something new and do something different and make discoveries and connect different pieces of technology to create different things. And we're so smart that we are progressing mentally and technologically much faster than we are biologically. And we are still biologically engineered to be living on the savannah, being pleased that we are making progress by walking past trees. And that sounds really weird, but we understand short goals much better than we understand long goals. And so when we see, oh, I passed a tree, I passed a tree, I passed a tree, it's the same thing as playing a video game and we hear ding and we get a little reward and our brain goes, oh, I had a goal, I did something, and that's our reward system. And our brains are not, and our bodies are not built to know how to handle the world that we've created. And yet people still think we live in this old world. It's very confusing. Everyone in the world should be looking forward, not looking back. Yes, we should know history, we should understand history, but we don't live in history. We live in now, and we need to plan for the future. We don't need to plan for the past. The past, that's done, gone. We're not going there again. We can't do anything about it. We need to plan for the future. Things will always be changing. There will always be new things, and we will never stop that until we kill all of us. Until all of us are dead, that will never stop.
And we're gonna be staying on the moon, but there's still gonna be races. So, in the end, are we really winning? These nuclear bombs, nuclear war, what's going on? This is Lil B, the Age of Information, 2010. Shouts out to the East Coast, West Side. Thank you, Bass God. Bass World, Front Boys, Waterfront.
I like that guy. He's got a brain. He's got a head on his shoulders. He knows what the hell he's doing in this world. He talks about stuff that's important, and even if he doesn't know the answers, he asks the questions, and that's most of what this song is, right? and I absolutely understand everything he's saying and all the concerns he has, and my opinions about how awesome the information age is does not mean that I am disagreeing with him necessarily. It's simply what I think the answers are to the questions that he's asking, and I love this. I mean, I think this is an incredibly good song, just because of what it's about. It sounds just fine. There's nothing groundbreaking here as far as I could tell just from listening to it. It seemed fairly straightforward, but it's a very different type of song too, right? Like if you look at the conscious lyricism of the 1980s with things like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five and the song The Message, this is a different sort of conscious lyricism, which is really much broader. It's not just about sort of the black experience. This is which is what The Message was really about, or the inner city experience. This is about the human experience and everything that's going on because we have access to so much information, and how much things have changed for those of us who are not 10, 20, maybe 30 years old. So things in the last however many 50, 60 years, like how much things have changed because of our access to information. And nobody talks about it. Nobody really discusses how we are overwhelmed by information and how to deal with that. We just whine about how attention spans keep getting shorter. Well, yeah, when there's so much information, you only have this long to absorb it. And really what you're looking for is the stuff that interests you and surprises you and entertains you. And what else would you be looking for? There you go. I don't know. I don't remember exactly where I was going with that, but that seems like a good place to stop. I'm totally loving this. It's going on my favorites list just because of what it's about. Absolutely amazing. I love this guy's stuff. Fantastic. Pop Squad. Checking out. I'll be back. Thanks for this, Ivan. This was awesome. Loved it.